Hello everyone, welcome to another video lesson. Okay, in this video lesson you're going to learn how to find or review how to find the surface area of prisms and cylinders. Okay, so I'm going to ask you to pause the video and for now just copy, let's see, just copy up to there. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, copy that down, and then you can press play to continue. Okay, so we're going to use nets to find the surface area of this prism for now, okay? And don't forget to find the surface area using nets. All you do is you find the area of all the faces. So as you can see, this prism here, we can cut this open into nets. So let's say this will be one face, okay? And again, this is not drawn to scale, it's just to give us a picture. And then this is another face, and this is the one that goes with the height. Okay, so this will be 5 that goes with this, and then this other one here is also a 4x3. So we have three faces so far. Okay, but we're still missing 3 more faces. So there's this face here, another face, and the last face. Okay, so this is what the net is going to look like. So we know this is also 3, this one is 4, and this one is 3. Okay, so now we have all the faces on this prism. So since they're all rectangles, all we have to do to find the areas of each one is we multiply. So for example, 4 times 3, this one is going to give us 12, and this one is 5 times 4, so this will be 20, and this one is 4 times 3, so this will be also 12. And then to get to this one, we know this is 5, so 5 times 3, the area of this one is 15, and 5 times 4, the area of this one is 20, and another 5 times 3, so this is also 15. So now to find the surface area, all we have to do is add up all the areas of each one of the faces together. So 12 plus 20 plus 12 plus 15 plus 20 and plus the last face, which is also 15. And when you add all of these faces, the sum of these areas is going to be 94 meters squared. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. Now this is going the long way to do this, okay? But what if I'm able to use this formula? Okay, and I forgot to add this here, but don't forget, if this side is 4, then this one is 4. If this is 3, then this one has to be 3, and 5, 5, 5, and 5, and also the top of this prism, you have the same dimensions. Okay, so let's use this formula instead. So the first thing we do is we find the perimeter of the base. Okay, so P is for perimeter of the base. So to find the perimeter, this side is 4, this one is 3, this one is 4, this one is 3, so it's going to be 4 plus 3 plus 4 plus 3. And when we add those values, they add up to 14. Okay, so we know the perimeter is 14. And now we need to find, we don't have to find, but it's already there. Okay, this is the height, so we know the height is equal to 5. And then the base, this means the area of the base. So to find the area of the base, since it's a rectangle, we multiply the base times the height of the base. The base times the height of the base, but this is the base of the prism, so it's 4 times 3. So this equals 4 times 3, which is 12. So now we have the base, the area of the base, and we have the height. So all we need to do is substitute it into this formula. Okay, so the surface area is going to be equal to perimeter, we said is 14. The formula says subtract that times the height. The height is 5. And then plus the area of the base. And the area of the base, we said is 12, right? So then let's see, 14 times 5. Oh, and see, there's a mistake that I made here. How many bases does this one have? It's got 2 bases. Okay, so that was my mistake here. So I'm going to correct that real quick. Let me just cover this. Now I apologize for that mistake. So plus 2 times the base we said is 12. So 2 times 12. So then the surface area is going to be 94 meters square. Okay, what is the difference between these 2 ways? All right, this is the difference. To find it this way, you have to break it into nets. Okay, so you can see what each face looks like. So you got to do the nets and then find the area of each face and then add up the area of each one of the faces. In this way, using this formula, you just find the perimeter, see the height, and then find the area of the base, and then just plug in those values into this formula, and then that's going to give you the area of the base. So I'm going to ask you to do it this way, faster, and you'll be done in half the time that it'll take you to do it this way. Okay, so let's go to the next example. The next example is for the surface area of a cylinder. So to find the area of a cylinder, we use this formula here. Okay, so there's the pi. You haven't seen pi yet in this class. You've seen it before in middle school, but you'll review it again for this class. So pi is equal to pi. We know pi is approximately 3.14, but it's a number that, you know, it's irrational, so that means it continues. It goes on forever. And r is the radius of the circle. So this radius, and then the height, h is the height of the cylinder. So that's this height. Okay. So to find the surface area of this cylinder, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to state the formula. So the surface area equals 2 times pi times the radius times the height plus 2 pi times the radius squared. So I know this is the height here, okay, and I'm given that 14 is this segment here, but this segment is not the radius, this is the diameter. So the radius has to be equal to half of 14, in this case 7 feet. Okay, so once I know the values, I just plug them into this formula. So the surface area equals 2 times pi, the radius is 7 and the height is 17, plus 2 pi times the radius squared, but the radius is 7, so 7 squared. Okay, so when we simplify this, this becomes just this part here becomes 238 pi plus 7 squared is 49. 49 times 2 is 98. So this is 98 pi. So if we leave our answers in terms of pi, the surface area is equal to 238 plus 98, and that equals 336 pi, and this is feet square, but an approximate for this is 1000, okay, 55.6 feet squared. So it depends on what the problem is asking you to do. It might say leave it in terms of pi. If it says leave it in terms of pi, then you stop here, okay, and if it says to the nearest tenth, then you round it to the nearest tenth. I hope that helps you with this assignment. Don't forget, I'm always available for questions. You can just send me a message. We can communicate that way, or you can also send me an email. All right, see you on the next lesson. Bye-bye.